straight off the bow, they're about 1 o'clock. They're right there. Come on, waiting for that little boom boom. Okay, they're coming up, they're swimming up to the bait right now. All I want to wait for is just to feel a little thump thump, but I'm going to set the hook on about a 40-inch redfish. Y'all ready for this one? Come on, baby. Okay, just boiled on it. He's got it.
Hit him.
Fish on, buddy.
There he goes.
Fish on.
Oh, good. Hook up.
Thank you much, sir. That was awesome, dude.
Oh, he's on it.
My knees are shaking right now so hard. This fish don't know he's hooked.
Oh, she's a big one, too.
Feel that head shaking, brother. That is a nice fish. You know what we call in these parts? We call them mogans. Tell you what, growing up in Cocoa Beach as a kid, I used to catch these things all the time before school. Take my john boat into school, park it at the, right behind the high school, and hook up one of these things almost every morning right before class. That ended up being late, but when you're addicted to something, you're addicted. What brings these fish in here and makes this estuary so unique in here is that there's no tidal flow. There's no tidal flow whatsoever. And you get a little bit of wind tide now and then that'll push these fish around a little bit, but the biggest thing that makes this place in here so unique is no tidal flow and all the bait that stays in here. Wouldn't you agree, Troy?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's one of the most unique estuaries in the world. It is the Indian River Lagoon system. Did you ever have any places like this in Louisiana when you grew up?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's a place below Vermilion Bay called Marsh Island, and there's a small spot in the middle of it that most people don't know about. Everything's murky around it, but it's a small microcosm, very similar to the Muskegon Indian River estuary.
Just not quite as many miles of it?
Oh, no. Very small in comparison, and the fish don't get near as big. These are monsters.
We're using about 5 to 6 inch finger mullet. And we got on the school here once before, and we spooked them because I took this little 5-inch finger mullet and bounced it right towards 150 redfish that were sitting there tailing. And they didn't like it too much because when you got a 5-inch fish chasing what you're fixing to see right here, something's wrong. It ain't natural for a little tiny baby to be chasing these big giant fish. That is a mogan, brother. That is what we call a mogan around here. This fish is about ready. Been on him now about 20, 25 minutes. He is a ready one.
Beautiful fish.
You got him? Or should I say you got her?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, let me give you some slack here. Let me take a look at this. Bring him up. Hold him. Show him everybody out there. Now that is the Indian River Lagoon redfish. If you can't get addicted to doing that, you shouldn't be fishing. Beautiful redfish.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Let me see that thing. Should go about 28 pounds. I'd say 28. I love them. See if we can get this hook out, Troy. There, right there. Oh, perfect, perfect. I got her. She's perfect. Look at it, my whole hand's inside this fish's mouth. You see her? It's addictive, man. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. You did a fine job pulling me. Thank you very much, sir. We're gonna let this baby go so you can come catch him. There she goes. It's addictive, man. Troy, I tell you what, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Blair.
That was
Anytime.
awesome. Troy Nash, Fish Boy. We'll be right back. Okay, we had to change positions. We found a killer school. These things got their fins up 3 feet in the air, looks like from here. But I tell you what, it's gonna be hot. Y'all stick around. You're fixing to see some more of this big redfish action. Now, sometimes I come out here on my days off. I'm a regular guide, and I'll come out here and I'll just sit and I'll watch them do this for hours. And that's how you learn what these fish do in their patterns and everything. You don't have to run up on them and spook them all the time just to find them. Come out and study them. Don't catch them. Just sit on them, watch them for hours. It's amazing just to sit there and watch and see what they do. These fish right here are just a daisy chaining away. Now when they get in the daisy chain, what these fish do, they're coming up on their spawning season. They get in a daisy chain, and what happens is the male and the females release their eggs. And in that daisy chain, it actually it creates a little eddy, and that's how the eggs get fertilized. Let me show y'all what we're using today. We're using finger mullet that we caught earlier this morning around one of these spoil islands. They're about 5 to 6 inches long. How we're rigging these mullet is we're taking them and coming up right up in through the head. They're dead now, so we're working them on the bottom and just bumping them. And that's basically how you rig your mullet. We had to change positions. From the last school we were on, we kind of spooked them out and they got a little skittish on us, so we're trying a different school. And if you can see in the foreground here, about 75 yards in front of us, they're tailing great. My knees are shaking like a leaf. Look out, they're just sitting there. Ah, they're working. They're working, Troy. They're working, buddy. You guys, you got to give this a shot. It is the most awesome thing. Flats fishing, tailing fish. You see every fish you cast to. We gotta catch a fish now. I'm gonna get down so they don't see me. They just moved. He's got it. There he is. Yeah! God, dog, how addictive is this? Oh, head shaking banger.
He's on.
Good job, Troy. He's a nice fish. He's not that bad of a fish. He's 12 pounder. He's like one of these little singles hanging out in these little potholes. What happened was we got in the middle of the day now, the wind's kind of kicked up and we're looking for these fish that are just hanging in the potholes here. This one here, he thinks he's hid right now in the grass. There he goes. There he goes. That fish thinks he's hid, or did for a minute. Watch, he'll come right under the boat. One thing you want to do when you got a fish this size on, it's a good sized fish, you want to constantly change direction on him. If he runs to the left, you want to come over on your right hand side and put as maximum amount of pressure as you can on that fish. Anytime he runs to the left, you hold to the right and kind of level to the fish. That's always going to put the constant amount of pressure on that redfish or any fish you're fighting really big that's of any size. You can sit there with a bent rod all day long on a fish and he won't do anything. But you put that max pressure on him and he will definitely turn on you. It'll make you mad, he'll roll on you. This fish is about ready.
Nice fish. Beautiful spot.
All right, bring him on up. Let's take a look at that fish. Show everybody what that one looks like. Ah, what a beautiful fish. I tell you, like I say, it's just addictive, man.
Beautiful fish, Blair.
Check this out. Now I bet somebody out running the shallows hit this fish with their prop. That or a porpoise came up and took a bite out of this fish when it was a little juvenile. That's why a redfish has a spot here to make it look like an eyeball up here when they're juveniles, so that predators will attack their tails and not their head and kill the fish, so they have more chance of survival to get this big. And this is the only place in the world where you can catch them like this in 3 feet of water, crystal clear, pulling up on them, sight casting them. Man. All right, let's get this baby back in the water. You got your pliers handy?
I sure do. Pull them out of my side
Right there.
Great fish.
Let me show you something about these redfish here. Come right up. Oh, this one's got a little drumming too. See if you can pick this up. Come on, baby. She quit. Oh. Always think that's my heartbeat when I hear her doing that. Let me show you these crushers down here in the back of this fish's throat. And what happens is they'll suck a blue crab all the way down here. I don't even want to get my fingers near there. I did it one time and they come out looking like a bloody pulp. But they'll actually crush whole blue crabs back in their mouth like that and swallow them whole, just slurp them down. Just like it did with that mullet. But I'll tell you what, that fish right there, you can't beat it. Anywhere else in Florida, that fish right there would be a monster. Down here, that's about an average size one. It's don't get no better. I'll let it kick on off.
See you later.
Troy, thanks again, buddy.
No problem.
Hey, Troy Nash, Fish Boy. We'll put his number up. You give him a call, he'll put you on them fish. I don't care. You know what my favorite fish is on the, you know what my favorite fish to catch is?
Ladyfish?
The one that's on the end of the line.
Oh, I heard that.
Hey man, when you're addicted to fishing, it don't matter what you're catching. As you can see, the wind's kind of kicked up on us here. It's got the glass minnows blowing up in here, and the jacks are just up in here crushing these glass minnows. It's a lot of fun to catch on real light tackle. I think we rigged up a 4-pound test here. Got a little soft plastic. Really like using the DOA terror eyes on these things. Any little plastic works. And, these jacks are a lot of fun. I bring my son out here on these things all the time. It's a good way to get them addicted to fishing because it's a lot of action. And for a little fish like that, these things pull. I love Jack Crevalle.
Blair, check it out. 1 o'clock, about 100 yards.
Where those
See a push?
Right where that mullet's jumping?
Yes, sir.
Looks like a ladyfish splashing. I don't care. You know what my favorite fish is on the, you know what my favorite fish to catch is?
Ladyfish?
The one that's on the end of the line.
Oh, I heard that.
Hey man, when you're addicted to fishing, it don't matter what you're catching.
There's a wake right there,
Yeah, I see
1
it.
o'clock.
I see it.
Coming this way, going to the right. See it?
If I can lay it up far enough.
That's cool. See that straight off the bow too.
There he is, right there.
Good job.
That's a trousky there, bro. No, that's a tail hook ladyfish.
Well, how did you do that, Blair?
I don't know, but if there was a 30-pound snook around here,
He would definitely be
you
hungry.
would eat that up. Ladyfish. One of the funnest fish to catch in the world when they're about 5 pounds.
That's a hookup.
There he is.
There he is.
A little ladyfish. I bet I hooked this one in the mouth though. Right in the mouth. And these things are a lot of fun here. Whew. Dude, there he is.
Nice fish.
Can you believe I tail hooked another ladyfish? Tail hooked another ladyfish.
You're getting them coming and going today, Blair.
How can you not make a cast when you got fish busting? Just a little tip, if you're fishing with a guide, he's working hard, working real hard. If you can cut down on your wind resistance, kind of get down low to the boat while he's pulling you into the wind, he'll tell you when to get up and get to the fish. And it makes it a lot easier on the guide if you can do it that way. It's a real big benefit to have the least amount of wind resistance as possible. So I'm just waiting on Troy to tell me to get up and catch a fish. Come on, fish boy.
I'm getting it on there, Blair. Look, I see some of these crashing over here to the 9 o'clock. That may be some of those reds again.
Okay. Never fails, we got big reds here in front of us. There he is, brother.
Big fish. I can't believe you hooked that fish up on that little line.
It never fails, 4-pound test. You're catching little tiny jacks thinking that's all you're gonna get for the day. You get a 20-pound redfish on the end of the line. Okay, maybe he's 15. God, if that can't make somebody get into fishing, I don't know what would. Did you see the redfish? Did you see him jump on
Saw
it?
him porpoise out of the water. He greyhounded on it. Boy, he hit it like it was going out of style, man. That was a good hookup. It just came out of nowhere.
Well, the little jacks were in everything. We're in here feeding. That's why I like salt water so much. You never know what you're gonna get. You got a big variety of fish. And here we were just catching little jacks and ladyfish, trying to make the best out of the day we had. And we came up on one of these grass things, probably was loaded up full of those little glass minnows. And these redfish were in there and just absolutely exploded on this thing. It was an incredible hit.
Blair, there's a big school about 11 o'clock after we get through with this one.
Okay. Hey, I'm ready.
I know you would be.
What do we got, about a liter of about 6 inches on this?
About 6 inches a liter. I tied it off just for jacks. I didn't even bother retying it. Hey, there's a big school straight off the bow.
Okay. I'm gonna need some help with this fish here, Troy, because
All right, I'm coming down.
Leader. I'm gonna put him on the left side of the boat. He thinks he's hiding in this grass. Good.
All right, Blair. I got him, buddy. Nice fish. Nice fish.
All right.
Good fish.
Awesome. Awesome. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Let's go ahead and get him out and let him go.
All right. Beautiful fish, Blair. Good hookup.
Well, that was some excellent pulling. This wind's kind of a bear, I know.
Thank you very much. Nice fish. Nothing like redfish in Mosquito Lagoon, Indian River area. Don't make them any bigger anywhere else. See you later, buddy.
I'm gonna let that one go for another day.
Catch our show on the World Wide Web, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, anywhere on the planet at addictivefishing.com.
Troy, what do you think about this spot?
I think we're done, Blair. Let's go.
I grew up fishing here and have seen a lot of change to the area in my lifetime. I never imagined that I would have the chance to hold literally thousands of these giant fish that call the Indian River home. They number here from single-tailing fish, and depending on the season, pools can have numbers reaching into the thousands. If we're careful in the way we handle these fish and this unique estuary, these reds and all the other species that call this place home should be here for many years to come. I get excited when I think about all the different encounters that are in store for me, but I'll always look forward to coming home to tangle with these huge monsters that roam these flats. We could tell that these fish were done for the day, so we decided to head back to the dock. And on the way in, we were already thinking about our next journey.
Is that awesome or is that awesome? What a run. 12?
About 12 pounds.
Man, what a fish. That's gotta be the biggest Cero I've ever gotten.